This game is rated E10 for ages 10 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org. Hello everyone, Kirbyvolt, or KV here, and welcome back to the Tears of the Kingdom logs. Is it? Yeah, Tears. It's like Tears of the Kingdoms. They all need to be plural. No. It's just Tears of the Kingdom, singular logs. There's multiple tiers, there's multiple logs, but there's only one kingdom, as far as we know. Speaking of which, we're looking at a map of it. Exciting. I don't know why I decided to start with this, but because we're talking to the Monster Hunt guy, the Monster Hunter guy. You know, this the crossover you didn't know that was in this game. He's talking about like where there's major outbreaks of monsters and wait, is he talking about outbreaks of monsters? Or is he saying like where people live? I both. I don't know. I think these are just like the major cities. Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Good job, Monster Control Crew. Yeah, there's four other people: Dorito, Goron, Zora, and Gerudo. And the Sheikah are technically Hylian, but in a sense. Yeah. There you go. What he just said. Unfamiliar monsters. Oh boy, I can't wait to fight them and potentially die. So we're in Lookout Landing. We just got here in the last log, and so because of my nature with the initial batch of these logs, I wanted to show off a lot of the story stuff. So to me, interacting with these NPCs kind of gives a lot of story beats. Like, for instance, this guy is talking about how he's from Lurin Village, but Lurin Village has a problem with pirates right now. So we're not going to worry about that, I guess, until I feel like worrying about it, because pirates are cool, and I think if your town's overrun by pirates, that's kind of awesome, actually. KV, do you think of like any pirates besides like One Piece and Pirates of the Caribbean? No. You know, like, real pirates are, like, terrible. I mean, historical ones, some were terrible. Okay, well, the modern day ones. Okay. No, pirates are still cool. Pirates wouldn't happen if we lived in a fair and just society. Probably. Because pirates happen because people need to steal because they don't have money. And capitalism and stuff. I think I've talked about this topic a little too much. Anywho's, so what am I don't even know what I'm doing here right now. Well, yeah, I talked to Pura last time. Oh, right. We have a mission to go to Hyrule Castle that Pura gave us, and based on my limited knowledge of what I looked up, because I could not do a shrine at the beginning of the previous log, I am like, I need to get the thingamajiggy that makes you soar through the air. So I'm gonna go get that, and apparently doing this helps, or rather, doing this will get you the thing. I don't. How are you people on like? So I've been playing through Advance Wars recently, and a lot of the later missions, especially in Black Hole Rising, really are. Oh, hi, Addison. All right, let's build you a thing. But like in that game, if I have to do a mission more than two times, I just look up what the recommended to do, because you can still do it in your own way, but it's just kind of like, okay, so what do people recommend? Like, what does a guide say? Because it's just kind of like, I don't know. When I was a kid, I had all the time in the world, and now as an adult, I don't have as much time in the world. So it's kind of like, if it's gonna be this much of a pain in the butt, I'm just gonna look it up, and that's basically what I did with the paraglider for this game, because I was just like, okay, that's kind of the crucial thing that you need, and well, I could wander everywhere throughout the rest of the game, and I probably would have if I had not looked it up. it's just kind of like, no, give me the thing I absolutely need. I'll figure out stuff later. Past me? Is that... I guess that works. What are we making? I get so much better at these Addison constructs later. I don't know what in the heck I'm thinking right now. Okay. But yeah, that's basically it. It's just like that's why I know to go here to get the paraglider, because I looked it up, and I don't know. It's one of those things that is that good? He's standing. Hooray. So Addison, honey, maybe you should have put the extra support beams on there first before you stood it up. Just a hunch. Oh well. He'll learn his lesson. He'll never learn his lesson. But hey, money. This is why it's also recipes. I actually really like doing these Addison side excursions because they give you some pretty decent stuff, especially for early in the game. Yeah, sleepover ticket. This is new. This wasn't in Breath of the Wild. I'm very proud that that worked. Good job, me. I mean, it did work, so honestly, yeah, I'm proud of myself too. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just one of those things that if you know what you're looking for and you're A, impatient, and B, don't have a lot of time on your hands, why not just go find it? Or just go look it up. It's not the end of the world. It's not like I was spoiling the end of the game. I just wanted to figure out where I found the thingy. That's all. Well, you're not gonna... Okay, well... We'll put the sword on the shield. Yep, that's how that works. Hello? A long story as to how that happened, but don't worry about it. Yeah, well, I probably outrank Captain Haas by the proximity that Link is 100 and something years old, and Captain Haas probably wasn't born back when Link was initially enlisted into the Hyrule service, so Link is like the commander-in-chief, probably. Probably not. I was like, oh no, these doors, what do? I don't have magnesis, I can't push them. Good news, they changed the kind of doors they are. I mean, they probably didn't change them, actually. They just... Ultra Hand is just infinitely better than Magnesis. Okay. Guess who I am? Yeah! Well, no, Zelda's still out there, so we should... Okay. Alright, okay, cool. I'll help out. So it's kind of interesting because, you know, bad stuff happened at Hyrule Castle again, but one of the places they want you to go fairly early in the game is back to Hyrule Castle, and you're just kind of like, oh, should I even be here? Like, isn't the final boss located here, maybe? It wasn't the last game. Why are we crouching? Oh! We want to get the dragonfly. That's fair. I didn't even see that. Yeah, just collecting things early on just to have them registered so that I don't have to worry about not knowing what a thing is later. Wish I had the camera so I could actually document them. Oh well. We'll figure out how to use that later, probably, maybe. Well, it is. Okay. How about I am also searching for Princess Zelda? She, like, literally told me to find her. Like, I think my order is a bit more high-ranking than yours. Also, it's raining now. Hooray. Okay, so my mind's still on the earlier tangent about looking things up. So, yeah, just in the case of this, the paraglider is very is necessary to get places in the game, so might as well figure that out before I get lost and can't do much. But on the other hand, I'm actually kind of glad that that one shrine exists to basically say, hey, you need the paraglider, because I did do goofing off between logs 5 and 6, and that's how I found that shrine that I couldn't do because I didn't have the paraglider yet. So, kind of, I do like that this game does give you some nice little hints of what you should or should not be doing. You don't have to abide by them, but it does give you a good insight as to what you should be looking for. And eventually I'll just ignore all of the game's insights and do whatever the heck I want. But early on, it's nice to have this kind of stuff so that I don't have to worry about it later. Anyways, all the enemy COs and Advance Wars cheats. There's the end of that tangent. That is a hole. That is a big hole. He's gonna jump in. Oh, he didn't. Oh. He's gonna fall in. Yes. Well, how about he comes down? Well, guess what I can do? Well, first I'm going to look at the gatehouse, because this is where Lionel was in the last game, and I'm like, is the Lionel still here? A torch! It's worthless. Goodbye, torch. What about the weapons? How am I a new face? Yeah, okay. So this is kind of the interesting thing about this game is that there are a lot of characters that will know who Link is, and some that don't. And it's really interesting of the ones that don't in their relation to the ones that do. This guy right here is the weapon preparateur of the Hyrule Army, and Captain Haas apparently already knows Link. And so do some of the other guards we just met. But this guy, who probably outranks most of those other guards we've just met, doesn't know who Link is. Sure, why not? Anyways, let's cook. We will not cook a bomb. That was a bad idea. We will not do that again. Unless I forget, and then we will do it again. Let's make a salted glowfish. I'm like, glow? What the heck is that? Put it some, just mushrooms, you know. Make some food. I've already made that one before, apparently. Yeah, I'm like, this is good against the gloom. I don't know how, but I'll figure that out later. Yeah, oh the chickaloo nuts. They're good for seasoning. I'm like, yeah, I am chef. These go in. It make thing. Is it good thing? I don't know. Does apple go in fish? Apparently? I don't know where the apple is in that, but I put an apple in there. And restroom. And this is haste, not stamina recovery, right? Yeah. Speed up. And what if I just cook the fire fruits, the things that are already on fire? Yeah, maybe not. Sunset Firefly? Uh, what would this even do? Okay, so put him in. He's saying Battle of the Windfish. That's my favorite. Sneaky Elixir. You would think that the fireflies would give you a glow effect, but I guess sneak works. Yeah, just experimenting with cooking. I could have done this earlier, but nope, I'm doing it now. I spent at least a good 2 to 3 hours between logs 5 and 6 where I could have been doing this, but no, I'm going to do it on screen right now. Oh, hasty elixir. That's nice. Okay, well, we got some food. We got some recipes added to the mix. Oh, I was like, wait, when did I make a hasty elixir? Oh, that's when I made a hasty elixir. Just gonna get all the news off there. Have I not just cooked 2 apples before? I have. I don't know why I thought I didn't. Alright, anywho's. Yeah, we're leaving now, right? No, I'm gonna cook more. Alright, Ascend. A very good ability. I don't know where I'd be without this. I'm gonna probably go back to like a previous 3D Zelda game and be like, man, you know what I could use right now? Ascend. Or a decent hookshot. There's only 2 games that actually really had decent hookshots. In 3D space, that is. Then again, I never finished Majora's Mask, so I don't know if that game had a hookshot either. Hello? I am here to find Captain. Is he at the very top? Oh, nope, that's slippery. Don't like that. Oh, he's over there. I thought, when they said he was at the top, I thought they meant the top. That's not the top at all. Well, I mean, my arm did get lopped off, but it's better now. Yes? Everyone's confused, to be fair, Haas. Don't worry about it. It is? What? Well, that was easy. We found her. What's with that weird garb she's wearing? I mean, we as the player have seen her wear that garb. We saw that when she got the Master Sword. But actually, huh. I don't... Oh, I am actually very confused on... Yeah. I don't... I... This is going to be hard for me to explain without spoiling something, so I just... Was that actually Zelda herself? Well, but that can't... It's raining. There's mirages. I don't know. Shush, shush, shush. Anyways, so now we need to go back. So we talked to him. Hey, everything's good. Luckily, we have a shrine we can just teleport to. Easy peasy. We can finally start getting into the, like... So we had the prologue, which was the Great Sky Island. And now we're in the prologue part 2. Okay, no, we had... How would you... Because it's not... Because, like, a thing before a prologue would be a preface, but the Sky Island thing wasn't really a preface. That was still that was still a prologue. What... Okay. Might as well just put pins everywhere. Okay. I guess this is just chapter 1, in that case, if we're going by that story logic. Yeah, I guess, because usually chapter 1 of most stories is like things are just starting out, so I guess that makes sense. Okay, yeah, okay. I solved the problem I created. Good job. That's a lot of this game, to be fair. I solved a problem that I created. Because of Ultra Hands. Anywho's, hello. That's just a stick. It's like, oh, there's a shiny thingy. Yeah, that guy wants pose. Oh, right. I'm just like, oh, okay, guys. Like, you're held. This is the Great Fortress. I just easily. Oh, what? There are free arrows right there. What does she need the arrows for? She doesn't need the arrows. I need the arrows. But yeah, that earlier bit with the door, I was just like, oh, okay, they made this little fortress. Also, the door's not locked. Apparently. Okay, sounds good. We'll do that. Yeah, I have it. Look at it. It is the Purapad. Yeah. Oh, we need map? So I really like this mechanic, but I have to say, Pura, I finished the entire map of my Sheikah slate last time. Did you not take that map data? Then again, a lot of the overworld has changed quite a bit, so I can understand why that map wouldn't be as useful, because it's outdated. Okay. Yeah, so like the game flow was meant to be you talk to Pura, then you go to Hyrule Castle, then you come back, and then you learn about the emergency shelter. Is what I'm pretty sure. But I was just like, let's explore all of Lookout Landing first. But honestly, as much as it's kind of silly for it to be like, oh hey, I've already, oh yeah, I'll take a picture because she said check it, and that's what she does when she takes a picture, I think. Go sleep. But I wanna. The story won't progress until you sleep. Dang it. But it is kind of nice for players that if they didn't know about some of the things, that it would be like, hey, this is here too. I hope you checked it out. Go check it out if you haven't. Just gutting for that's why I really like the approach of this Zelda game and the previous one. This one definitely more so. It's just that it's something I can never get into with like open freeform games like Skyrim and whatnot, because there's a quote unquote goal, but there's never a major push for you to go in a certain direction. It's just like, you could go this way, I guess. But I like how these games structure it, because there is a push for you to go in a certain direction, and from there you can freely explore. That helps me out a lot more, because just going, hey, I don't know what to do here, is not as helpful. The freedom of choice is great, but there is choice paralysis, and I'd prefer that we just give you an objective that you can go off the path of, rather than saying, you could do this. Anywho, Skyview Towers. These are so cool, and they are a much better replacement than the towers that were in Breath of the Wild. They all send out little smoke signals. Signals? Signals. Signals. I can't words. Yeah, that's why I've never seen you play a game like Skyrim or something, because I just can't get into that. It doesn't give you an extremely clear objective that you should strive for. It's just like, yeah. Anywho's, so what we need to do with these is we don't need to climb anything anymore. It is just literally Go over here, touch the terminal, you get a warp point, and to get map data of the region, yeah, that's impressive. How did you come up with this Purra? Like, well, I guess she's a genius, so that's why. No one else knows how to use this thing except you, because we've only seen you do this with the paraglider. So here you go. Here, have the paraglider. No one else can use it apparently. All right. Yeah, so this is what I mean, is that it gives you major objectives. You can ignore them, but it gives you them. Oh, hey, remember these? Yeah, that's yeah, okay. They're not as bad. They're not as creepy. They're like we finally got the Sheikah technology working with us. They're no longer going to kill us. The Guardians are gone. Also musical cue, Wind Waker right there. And this is so freaking cool. So you get launched out of the tower. So now you can see a good chunk of the sky and the land below. This really brings in the skydiving mechanic full circle, and it's so freaking cool. This is such a good way to do things, especially because this will actually allow you to be much higher in the air than any of the towers in the previous game. So going to one of these, launching off, and then surveying the area for where you need to go is really helpful. It's just such a cool idea, and I really, as someone who has a major fear of heights, being able to do something like this in a fictional setting where I don't have to worry about, actually dying is really helpful. It's really handy and really cool, and I just love the skydiving mechanic. It's so good. And now that we have the paraglider, we can basically skydive wherever the heck we want. So as long as we pull out that paraglider at the last moment, we'll be fine. Don't try this in real life because you probably won't work out that well. But I love how the music crescendos as you're diving. Oh, it's so cool. Ah. I am looking forward to finding as many of those as possible. I mean, all of them, really, but there's all. I love that mechanic so much. So yeah, what's going on with the upheaval? So we got strange phenomena. Boop boo doo doo doo. Phenomena. Boop boo doo doo. Phenomena. Boop boo doo doo doo. The ones northwest and northeast. We got southeast, we got east, and so there's 4 major phenomena, so this should look kind of familiar. And so, similar to the last game, there was like, you got the 4 areas you should go to. Oh, a Lucky Clover cassette, yeah, so that's a new thing. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that. But well, yeah, they are very much implying you should go to this one first. And in Breath of the Wild, they very much implied you should go to the Zoras first. So again, it's that thing where there is a goal that they're saying, here's the goal, here's what we think you should do. You don't have to if you don't want to, though. And that's something that I really appreciate. Oh? But now I hear new quests, and now I want to know about new quests. Yeah. Okay, but what about... But what about the thing Joshua was talking about? Yeah, so here's the regional phenomena. We have to go get all of those at some points. But she mentioned a thing about Robbie, and I kind of want to know what that's all about. Also, she has stuff and I want it. So, let's go spy on them. How's it going? Oh, really? It could be more perfect? Well, I'd like it to be more perfect. How do we do that? Don't do that. That sounds like a bad idea. If anything happens to Pura student, she's gonna kill me for some reason, even though I'm like... Well, Robbie's 150 something. Oh yeah, we are now officially meeting her. Hello, Joshua. So this intrigued me. I was just like, the depths? What are you talking about? I think I had seen one major hole that during my goof off time between logs 5 and 6, but I was like, that sounds dangerous. I'm not checking that out. That seems like you don't go in there. But now they're basically saying, hey, maybe we should go down there. Yeah, we're just gonna help him out. We didn't sign up for this, but we signed up for this, so we have to deal with it now. I have a camera? I like that somehow, between the beginning of the game, where Zelda was clearly using it as a camera, Link getting it, he's like, wait, what does this do again? He's just like, wait, the Purapad, it takes photos. Hence why when I first got it, I thought I could just take photos, but apparently Link doesn't know how to use a camera. Link is not good at technology. Which is hilarious considering what Ultra Hand can do. And now we're finally learning what the purpose of the Bright Bloom seeds are. They're very, very useful. But we're not going to see them in action until we finally get down into the depths. Just profile's been added. And so she's just like, what I like about a good chunk of the researchers, they're just like, hey, this cool thing happened. I'm like, oh man, yeah, this cool thing did happen. Oh man, let's go look at this. Now we have our official map, and we're just gonna go straight to the depths. We're just gonna go follow Robbie because I think at this point I was like, hey, I want my camera to work. I want to document things. Documenting things is important. So this is technically a stable, but it's a very small. What? Don't. What? Why did you bring that out? I'm still getting used to the controls for some reason. I'm just like, yeah, throw it. No. That's not what I meant to do. Oh wait, I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, I know what I'm doing exactly. In Fire Emblem Engage, the dash button was R. I am pretty dang sure. So I am just like autopilot. The controls in that game are the same as this one. No, they're not. Odd that I'd think of Engage for a control scheme, because the most recent thing I'd have played right before this would have been my first round of Advance Wars and the Xenoblade 3 DLC. Oh well. R just kind of makes sense. It's just kind of there. It's not doing much. It's kind of unassuming. But no, we use X in this game. Or B, depending on your preference. Speaking of B, I don't know why I thought, okay, I'll sneak up on them. They'll never see it coming. Anyways, the Link's not good for the environment because he just killed some bees. What a jerk. I'm like, oh man, I can see a tower, but tower thing I need to go to? Tower? Choice. I have choices. But again, to me, this is really good game design. It's showing you things that you can do, and you can see in the distance, and you're thinking, oh, I could go there right now instead of what I'm doing. It's one of those things that, like... I'll drop the subject after this, but it's one of those things, like, I can't get into Skyrim, because it's just, like... You need to think about... You need to be like, oh, I gotta go talk to this person who's in this corner of this building. It's just like, that's not visually available to you readily, easily. So why would you think to do that? It's just one of those things like, if I'm going to explore, give me clear visual indications of what I should be trying to explore, as opposed to just walk around randomly and find something. Anyways, I'm going to bring out the rock hammer again, I guess. But, like, I love the visual of this, because it gives you such a clear, striking visual of, hey, by the way, this is over here. And it even permeates through the rain, so you can clearly still see it. Yeah, where's Robbie? Oh, we're just gonna go in, okay. So you also do the skydiving mechanic when you're going through these chasm holes, which is really dang cool. So you really get used to that mechanic. So welcome to the depths. I didn't think we were gonna get to the on this log. I thought that was oh, that was poorly judged. Good news, I have apples. Or dubious food. I like his expression as he looks at it, unsure if he should eat it. The moment he eats it, yeah, never mind, it's tasty. So the Zonai Survey Team, they are a group of researchers that are doing all this crazy research throughout the rest of Hyrule, and it is pretty cool to run to them and see what kind of interesting things they have to say. But yeah, Robbie just kind of darted off. I like that my initial expression was, do I have ripe boom seeds? I don't. And he's like, well, you should have some. Even though I do have some. But there, again, through there, the game quickly tells you, here's a mechanic you didn't if you didn't test it out yet, here's what it does. And I was telling you about fusing things to arrows again, which we have learned, but it was also teaching us that we can also just throw these. I actually kind of skipped that part, and I won't remember that until later after I saw someone else play the game and learn they could throw them. Partially because throwing is not that far of a distance. Arrows are just generally the better choice to use if you have the resources. If you don't, throw them. Also, I thought these are fairies. They are not fairies. I was like, ooh, fairies! I'll be safe down here. No. Oh, you silly past KV with your... Can't say optimism when I came down here. I was like, this place is creepy. And then I was just like, oh, fairies! And it's like, no, why would fairies be down here? It's dark. It's dangerous. No fairies down here. Maybe there could be fairies. No. No fairies. I only saw a little smidge of these, so I was like, I better collect a lot of these right now, just in case I need to use them a lot for later. Which, honestly, is a good thing. If you see something and you're absolutely certain you can get it right now in the game, get it. Because you have no idea when that's going to be an extremely useful resource later on. So bulk up as much as you can when it comes to resources. Now, the light roots. This is a new thing, and this is really cool. And I will not figure out a major mechanic of these until very late in the playthrough. So I'm not going to explain that right now. The main mechanic that they are used for is that a light root will essentially... Well, it'll bring lights to the roots. There. Self-explanatory. Also, it makes you a warp. And now there is a depths map to collect. The depths map is really cool. And I don't know why it just showed my hearts there. I'm not going to worry about that right now. But essentially, what that just did is that... Remember how they're like, oh, it's super dark down here? Touching a light root will allow its light to expand across a small circle of an area that will then make it slightly brighter than it was before, so it's a bit easier to traverse. You could still get away with using some Bright Bloom seeds to make it a bit stronger lights, but at the very least, it's easier to see now compared to earlier. And so there's another Bright Bloom over there, and Light Root over there. And again, just really good visual. Oh no, am I? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm locking the map to be north, so that way I always know which direction is north, because when a map spins around with you, it's hard for you to kind of keep direction, at least for me. Maybe other people, not so much, but for me, I like to have my compass always pointing north. But yeah, visually, again, light roots, you can clearly see them in the distance, for the most part. So it really does help you kind of get an idea of where you should be going. That said, I'm pretty sure that there were actually hints about where I should be going based on the journals that Robbie left, but we'll worry about it later. What this thing? Muddlebud! On the real, I barely use that thing. It is probably extremely helpful, and I never understood the right way to use it to be helpful, so that's on me. Alright, thanks, Robbie. How fast is Robbie? Think about the moment we talked to him, he left, got all the way over to where we were, which was a fairly decent distance away from Lookout Landing. He jumped in here or something, and then he ran all the way wherever we're going right now. How did he do that? Why did he do that? Robbie, you okay? Are the Sheikah just made out of something a lot more sturdier than normal Hylians? Why haven't we gotten Sheikah Link for a game then? So yeah, enemies down here. They have a funky little... Well, maybe don't hit the bomb. Oh no. Yeah, the enemies have a funky little glow about them. Not a good kind of glow, but a glow. And what does it do? Well, in the depths, if you encounter an enemy that has the glow that they have, which is gonna be most enemies, should they hurt you, you will not only lose a heart and take a heart of damage. Well, I guess that one didn't count because he threw me as opposed to attacking me. Okay, I'm dodging. I'm ready. I'm ready for combat. Let's do it. Let's do it. You cannot heal the heart of damage that they did. So in the depths, you need to be very careful because taking damage is permanent. With some exceptions. This guy doesn't have the creepy glow, so he's fine. He doesn't do anything. He damages and it hurts and it sucks, but it's not permanent damage. Taste log. Brought this log all the way from Sky Island here. Yeah, log. Those little froggy guys, though, they do drop Zonite, which is very handy. So fighting them is actually pretty good to do. And if you notice, around here we happen to have Zonite deposits. So earlier, when we were back on the Great Sky Island, I was like, man, I really wish I could get more of the Zonite stuff. Well, there's an abundance of it in the depths. It just happens to be also being mined by the bokoblins and moblins and stuff, so, you know, be careful. Also, watch out for the goop on the ground. The goop is bad. Don't touch it. Well, let's get more fireflies. Yeah, that's what we need right now. Yeah, I think this helps me out later. Much later, but later. Bulking up on stuff when you can get it is always a good idea. You know, maybe shooting an arrow to where enemies are was a bad idea. What? Oh no! What are you doing? No. Well, that one's dead at least. Okay. This is a smart decision. Ooh, what's this? A puff shroom! Another item I barely used. Hello, guy. How's it going? Gonna whack you with my rock. Okay, bye. I want to take this. The battle music hasn't stopped, so there's some other enemy around here. Yeah, that thing. Oh, well, it dies to one arrow, so no biggie. Yeah, and Arrokuda. I don't think I've ever said that word out loud. Is that a new Zelda enemy? Yeah. How close are we to the end of this vlog? Or this vlog? This log. It's just a log. It's not. A vlog would imply that you could see my face. You cannot. Unless you imagine really, really hard. I'll just look it up really quick. Arrokuda. Oh, yeah, they are specifically Tears of the Kingdom new enemies. Unless some Zelda historian can correct me on that. Anyways, we found another light route. Yay! Only a lot more of these to go. I really like the animation of the light coming down through the roots and then... I don't know, like, is that like... I guess in a way you could think that's just a giant bright bloom flower that's inside the roots, I guess. I don't know what that thing in the middle is supposed to be. I was be like, it's an egg, and I'm like, I don't think it's an egg. When you get two light roots close to each other, they'll connect and make the area a bit brighter as well. Also, when you go to a light root area, it will clear you of the gloom effect, the permanent damage thing that happened when we fought those enemies. Also, Robbie's there. Also, we're done with this log. So, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Like, subscribe, don't have to... Shoot. You know what? I'm gonna give you a posting at the end of this one, just because I can. Like, subscribe, don't have you to want to. Pick up Tears of the Kingdom. Yay! Most importantly, though, please have a wonderfully great day, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, ciao.